Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Well. Was here still watching some mainstream media. Thank you. Comment about the Johnny Depp case. Like the video, share, follow me. Go check out Incredible Average. You know, still hoping everything is okay with him. Um, I was just here still, following up on mainstream and following up on some next stuff that I was watching and stuff. But um, the mainstream media still, just don't want to give Johnny his win. But as I said, independent media, yes, independent media is what it is. Independent media is the best media to be watching right now. Anybody out there, definitely, we need to stay away from mainstream media. So, see, I was covering Nate early, but I don't know. I will put up a video with Nate. I think not sure one of my settings that I had, the Nate video didn't come out as well, I guess. But I definitely was um, sorry for mainstream accountable. Yes, let's hold the mainstream accountable. Definitely, mainstream media is up to no good. Johnny Depp. They looking for a victim. Johnny Depp is the victim. Let's talk about the real victim. 6 years. 6 years, man. I'm like, wow. Let's see what we have here. Put that there. Put that back there. Okay, let's see. Let's share the screen. Um, yes, I think let's hear some more of Ember deception. She love it, and it's what she does best. A deception that mainstream media choose, unfortunately, to not cover.
You just said I get mad, I'm gonna scream.
No, I didn't say that's always the case. I said, yeah, I'm mad. It happens. It happens.
Yes, I know. It happens often.
If you think I'm some fucking tyrant or bully, then don't fucking be with me. But don't sit here and insult me like I'm the fuck up because I have the
But you're the
audacity.
one.
I'm like, she's like, if you think I'm a fucking tyrant, you is a fucking tyrant. At the end of the day, you are a succubus. You're a fucking tyrant. You just there, but Johnny Depp actually love you. You don't. You love the lifestyle he afford you. So you're there in his life for all the wrong reason. And he's there in her life for all the right reason. And all his goodwill been wasted on her and her friends and her family, and he have nothing to show for it. For all that, he should just get rid of her a long time ago. She's a vermin. Get rid of her and spend time with his kids and actually his real friends, the little real friends he have that actually care about him. So let's listen to some more.
One
To get
saying
mad.
that I'm the tyrant and the bully and at the same time
I have
the
called
guy
you
that
a
runs
bully, yeah.
away and
You run away every single fight.
Okay, so I mean, then what are you
I'm not
doing with
lying
me?
about it.
Then what are you doing with me?
I already answered that. We went through this conversation literally 5 minutes ago. I answered this already 5 minutes ago.
You just said to me that I shouldn't be with you.
No, I said if
That's what I
you.
feel.
No, I said if I'm some, you know.
You see, like she be trying to manipulate Johnny, and oh, you should, and Johnny's like, you said I shouldn't be with you because I love you, and then she's like, no, she always like just have these weird little ways, like she say stuff, then she don't expect him to like reply to what she said. She just was saying the weirdest and foulest things, and then Johnny will hear and then like check her on it, and she'd be like, oh, that's not what I'm saying. All right, I didn't say that. As I said, even when they're having a conversation, she'll still try to lie about the simplest stuff that she don't have to lie about at all. But she tried to make him think he's not hearing what she said, but he is listening. And anybody hear the conversation, be like, "Yeah, you actually just said that." But she's the worst, unfortunately. Let's listen to more of Ember deception.
Harping bully, which is what you make me sound like. Like I'm like constantly on you, making you feel bad. That's because that's what I do. And then you ignore everything. You take me for granted. You're ignoring everything that I do for you. You make me sound terrible. You talk about me in a terrible way. You do not fight for me, and then you want to sit here and make me sound so
What do you mean I
terrible to
don't?
be.
You see, she's like, "Oh, you make me sound terrible. You do not and you do not defend me in any way. You don't fight for me." You see, that's a weird word that she used. I mean, you see, that's a weird word that she used when Johnny don't wanna get into arguments. That's a weird little word she used when Johnny don't want to get into arguments with her. She'll said you don't fight for me, which is just straight up garbage. She want Johnny to stay there and argumentative with her. That's why she's like, you don't fight for me. What are you talking about? You don't fight for you. He gets you everything you need. Only thing he's trying to say, I'm not gonna get into these heated arguments with you when your mind and you're not thinking rationally. I'm gonna go sleep it off, or I'm gonna go somewhere, and we could talk about it in the morning. So she used these weird little words. You don't fight for me. No, he don't want to fight with you. He's tired of the toxic environment. But she always trying to put a spin on it. Less listening to more Amber Heard deception.
Around.
Fight for you.
You
What's that
don't.
mean?
Everything I've already explained
No,
10 minutes
no,
before.
fight for you. I don't understand. What does
You
that mean?
never ever do the work, put in the work. If we're arguing about something, you don't ever try to get to the bottom of it, figure out, make the peace. You want to make it easy on you, so you split. You don't fight for me. You don't fight when there's a problem. You don't come to me. You don't make peace with me. You never extend an olive branch. You're never the bigger guy. You're never the one that's like, okay, I'm going to put my own feelings aside for a second and say, this is bigger than us. Let's stop fighting. You never are the one to come and knock on my door. You take me for granted.
It's not true.
See, once again, she's trying to manipulate him, talking about you take me for granted. No, you are taking him for granted. You're using this kindness for weakness, and you're trying to manipulate him, especially if you know he's getting a little drink. You like to try to manipulate him, especially if you start drinking or everything. You feel like he's not in his right mind to counterize what you're saying. So she play these stupid little games, and she think he's not there to talk to her, and she's just plain manipulation. Let's listen to more of her deception.
It's not true. I'm not the one who fucking throws fucking pots and
Those are different.
whatever
That's
the
different.
fucking else at me.
That's different. That's one does not negate the other. That's irrelevant. It's a complete non sequitur. Just because.
See, once again, when he's trying to hold her accountable to said, I'm not the one being violent and throwing pots and everything. She trying. Oh, and she's not. Once again, she's not trying to say, "Oh yeah, I shouldn't do that. I'm sorry, John." No, she's like, "Oh, that's different." She's just trying to dismiss it, just like the mainstream media. Like he's talking about her action and what she's doing, but she don't want to hear that. She's trying to dismiss her bad behavior and don't want to discuss her bad behavior. Let's talk about what you're doing. Why I keep got to leave the house? Why I got to go to a different hotel? Why I got to go to a different room? Adjust her actions. She want Johnny to react certain ways. She want Johnny to react certain ways to please her, but she's not willing to work on any of her bad behavior, and she's not willing to hold any accountable herself accountable for her actions. Let's listen to more of Ember deception.
I've thrown pots and pans does not mean that you come and knock on the
Vases
door.
and fucking.
Just because they're vases does not mean that you come and knock on the door.
Really, I should just let you throw.
I'm not saying that. You're saying that. You're putting words in my mouth and then
No,
making non
I'm giving
sequiturs.
you a situation.
No, you're trying to justify how you don't or do come to the door
No,
based
I'm
on whether I throw
justifying.
pots and pans. It's
No, I am
irrelevant.
justifying how you seem to think that there's this cowardice in me that runs away and I don't fight for you.
And you're justifying that by saying I throw pots and pans? Okay, cool. Let's
No,
talk about everything you do wrong.
I'm not the one who fuck.
Yeah, Johnny is like wondering what is she talking about? What are you talking about? This cowardice that no, Johnny, once again, there's nothing for him to defend. It's not like you're outside and a guy's attacking you or no. Johnny is not trying to get in a fight with you. You want him to stay there and argue with you. And you use these weird little words, talk about you don't defend me and you run away. And no, he's trying not to, you want him to get into verbal arguments and, you know, physically, you know, fight you off for him when you're not getting your ways. And he's like, no, I don't want this. This is not what real love is. And she just keep trying to dismiss it. Let's listening. Let's listen to more of Amber deception.
Fucking did that. I don't fucking. I didn't.
So that makes sense.
No.
That's clear. Yeah.
The only time I ever threw anything at you was when you fucking threw the cans at me in Australia.
Why are you trying to justify who throws things based on
Because
whether or
that-
not you come knocking on the door? I
Because
don't get
that
why
is a
one
fucking
informs the other.
irrational and violent fucking maneuver.
How
So
does
I'm
See, that's what you see. Stuff like this is literally evidence to make, especially mainstream, literally mainstream media. You could see this is not a violent man at all. He's literally trying to avoid these these vile argument cause she get violent when he get like that, and he's like trying to tell her in so many words, I keep leaving cause you get violent when things get like that, and I don't like to talk to you when you're trying to be violent. And she's still trying to dismiss it and say what that got to do with anything. Stay here, take my abuse, take me being violent. If you take me being violent, if you take me being abusive to you, that's telling me that you love me in all these little weird ways in her mind. Unfortunately, let's listen to more of Ember deception.
a man would want to get out of that area so that he doesn't get so fucking angry that he actually does pop the fucking wife.
How does one inform the other?
Oh man. Go home and listen to the tape. Please. That's what they're for.
Yes. You listen to the fucking tape.
Oh, I'm gonna.
So will I.
And here we have Amber admitting to throwing pots, pans, vases, and a variety of other things at Johnny, but claiming it's irrelevant to her complaint that he splits because of the attack, and then doesn't come to her to work it out after having the pots, pans, vases, and cans thrown at him. And I'm not skipping over the fact that Johnny did say he threw a can back when she threw a bunch at him. And notice he brought that up, so credit for honesty, while she doesn't even want to discuss it. And neither mentioned that the can actually hit her, nor does she dispute this being the only time and reason that he threw something in her direction. Also, and feel free to leave a comment discussing this, I respect that he would rather just leave so she isn't able to physically assault him to the point he would end up doing something he regrets and hurt the one he loves. Smart move to just leave, at least in my opinion. I'd be interested to know how many people can empathize with that.
See, very smart move. As I said, she is just there. She's just there taunting him and pushing him, and she just want him to fight with her. She just want him to stay in the house, fight with her, and don't go around his real families. And it's just This woman is straight up a manipulator, a abuser. This woman is just she's just dark, and I feel like she need therapy. She need help. I feel like she's dealing with a lot that she need to be admitted to get the help that she deserves. And even though she lose the case, all these mainstream media is trying to cap for her and still don't want to hold her accountable. Still, mainstream media don't want to call that she's an abuser, that she abused Johnny, and she should be all accountable. That and mainstream media should be mad that Johnny got to take 6 years. Repeat that again: 6 years to get this vermin out of his life and get back to some normalcy. Let's listen to more of her deception.
I'm not going to sit here and promise you I'll never get mad at you or that you'll never fuck up. I know you want to live in a world where everyone just says yes to you and doesn't question you or criticize you ever.
Don't insult me like that, please.
But that's not the case. It's not why you'll.
See, once again, she's trying to patronize him. No, she's like, oh, no, you want to live in everybody just say yes to you. Like, oh, he's not saying that. He's saying when he's having a conversation, you want to have a normal conversation. He's not saying that. You want to have a normal conversation with the girl and the lady that's supposed to be his wife. Somebody that's supposed to be understanding what he's going through and know somebody that actually love him and cares and willing to talk about good time, bad time, whatever he's going through or whatever they're going through. He's willing to talk, but she's there. Oh, you're just like she's trying to patronize him. Like he's like no, like she's trying to play him like a fool. But he's like no, don't even play yourself like that. So let's listen to more of Amber deception.
With me. I am honest with you. I'm sorry. You don't want to be held accountable. I get it.
I'm not sure you're so honest with me.
Well, that's your...
Watching you live in front of Travis last night was really expected.
That's your problem, and that's your whole thing that you've created.
And you see, Johnny start like catching her in certain lies. You see, and Johnny's like, I'm not sure you're being honest with me. And then once again, most of the time, we all know when we know somebody that something happened, and we see them lie to somebody that we know, we start giving them that side eye, like, I can't believe you're lying in front of Travis last night. So once again, Johnny is telling her like, yo, you be lying, and he start noticing. So he start noticing like, hey, she be lying. Like I can't believe. But once again, Amber never take accountable for anything. She's not gonna say, yes, Johnny, like I lied in front of Travis because I wasn't trying. She's not gonna admit anything, and she's not gonna even adjust what Johnny just said. Let's listen to more deception. Let's see if she adjusts what Johnny just said.
So I'm not gonna sit here and go over every fight we've had. I'm not gonna refight this fight. You have something you're holding on to about Travis. Fucking go fuck. Go do it. Go.
See, instead of she adjusts, instead of she adjusts what Johnny's saying. No, oh, you got something against Travis? Go fuck. Like, what are you talking about? First, you want to be all up under him. You don't want him to go nowhere. But when he call you on your bullshit and your lies, now you're getting upset and oh, go fuck. Like you don't want to have a decent conversation. He's not raising his voice. He's just calling you out like I saw you lie last night. And he didn't raise his voice to tell you I saw you lie last night to Travis. He said it in a calm voice. But no, you don't want to address that. So let's listen to more of Amber deception.
Go run away together. I don't know what you're fucking holding on to, but you have created that. I have no part of that. I don't know what you're fucking latched onto in your brain, what stray hairs have fucking commingled and tangled in your brain to make you think you've really figured some sort of thing out. But this is not unusual for you. It's like almost every fight, I could pretty much guarantee you find something that you can like manipulate
Let's
and
ask
twist into
Travis
something.
tonight if you
Yes, why don't
told
we
him.
invite Travis into our fucked up, broken ass, 3 fucking wheeled truck of a marriage? Why don't we crash it straight into the wall, because no one knows us better than fucking Travis.
You're just afraid that the truth will come out.
What truth?
That you lied.
What are you fucking talking about? I didn't.
You see, like once Johnny, Johnny, oh my God, this guy's a maestro. He's like, let's invite Travis and let's find out the truth, And she's like, she's getting mad. What fuck? Truth, fine, what? Nah. And Johnny's like, Johnny's like all smooth and cool. That you lie. This guy is a maestro. Let's get it. Let's listen to more of Amber Deception.
Fucking even have a fucking thing to lie about. What are you fucking talking about? Every fucking fight, there's a new thing that you've convinced yourself is a lie.
I said to you, Amber, tell Travis what you just did. Did you just fucking, did you punch me in the fucking jaw? Did you fucking kick, did you?
See, once again, Johnny's like, tell Travis what you just did. Did you tell Travis that did you just punch me in the fucking jaw? And she's laughing. You see, sometimes she won't, like, sometimes when Johnny talk about the violence she put on him, she will laugh and still not really trying to address it, but she'll laugh like it's a joke. And he's being dead serious. Like, this is unhealthy. You need to get the help that you need in so many words.
Did you? And you wouldn't say fucking result. I don't know what you're talking about. Never fucking,
I see the
never
lie.
fucking happened.
I see the lie. You really should run with this. In fact, maybe you and Travis can like go and like, do a tell-all about what a
Hey,
an investigative
stop with
study.
the attitude, right? Stop with the attitude.
Sorry.
You're getting all bunched up.
You see, once again, she's trying to patronize Johnny's. When you're talking to somebody that you're telling the truth, and then she, oh, why don't you get this person? Like, like they're trying to patronize you. And usually narcissistic people usually try to patronize you a lot. And she's suffering from a lot of that narcissistic ways. Unfortunately, let's listen to more of Amber Deception.
Sorry.
Amber appears to know what Johnny is talking about, and after she explodes, Johnny tries to calm her before she gives several short, sharp, and what sound like feigned and taunting, coy apologies. She then suggests Johnny run away and have sex with Travis. Travis was a security member and someone who had testified to witnessing the incident in March of 2015 in which Amber threw things at Johnny, spit on him, and punched him in the face.
It's so fucking pointless, and you know it, to sit here and fight about fucking whatever you think happened with Travis. It wasn't a conversation.
Listen, I was fighting. Not high.
I'm not going to.
You lied. You're an asshole.
You're fucking full of shit.
You see, Johnny's like, no, let's talk. You lie. You're an asshole. Johnny's trying to hold her feet to the fire. Like, you still don't want to admit that you lie. She lie about the simplest things, and that's kind of sad. I know somebody that's in my family that usually lie about. He'll lie just about going to the store. He'll lie. He lies so much that he'll tell you a lie and come back the next day and tell you that, and then you'll be like, oh, that was me. And you'll be like, oh, he lies so much about the simplest things. Some people lie about everything and they convince themselves it's the truth. Let's listen to more of Amber Deception. Mainstream social media need to hold this vermin accountable. Let's listen to the deception.
Shit, what lie? When? What conversation did I have with Travis? Big investigative study you've done. I'm not sitting here and fighting with you about the fight that we had last night.
After you fucking got physically violent with me, I texted Travis. I said, come up here, because I didn't want anything to happen.
I mean, yeah.
It's coming to what? Save me?
No, go ahead. Continue. You
see, once again, she's trying to patronize Johnny. Oh yeah, go call Johnny. Come to. So she's trying to patronize Johnny, like Johnny got to call the next man about her abusing him. So she's trying to patronize the whole situation. Like, oh, like Johnny, be a man. You got to call the next man, and a woman is abusing you. So it's like she's trying to make fun of the situation, and he's dead serious. Like, hey, this is a problem. But let's listen to more of Ember deception.
Travis to the
No,
rescue.
that was the last one. You can go. You go. That was the last insult.
Oh, yeah. You called me a liar, and yet
I watched you lie.
you called me a liar.
I watched you lie. I
You're
heard it. I was
bullshit.
right there.
There's no what. You still haven't told me what lie it is.
We'll talk
But yet every single fucking time,
We'll talk
you know
to
you did
Chad.
this.
You see, that's the thing. Like, even when you could watch these people lie, as I was saying, and you got to let them know I was right there. Like, they lie so much. When you catch them in their lie, they be like, oh, what lie? Be like, I was right there when you was lying, and they still won't admit it that yeah, you caught me in the lie. Let's listen to more of Ember deception.
Every single fucking
We'll talk
time.
to Travis.
I'm not fucking talking to nobody.
No,
Fuck
'cause
that.
you
You go fucking jerk him off. I don't care. I really could care less. It's you every.
And you see, like every time she tried to deflect, she trying to insult Johnny. Oh, go fucking jerk Travis off. Go, like, she's still not trying to admit to her lies that Johnny's trying to hold her accountable to. And she say all these disrespectful stuff to dismiss everything that he's saying when he's trying to have an honest conversation with her. And once again, Johnny's calm, but Johnny's there trying to have a decent conversation with her. Let's listen to more of Ember deception.
Single time you latch onto some sort of thing when I already told you I don't know what you're fucking talking about. You don't even know what you're talking about. You still haven't even told me what it is, but run with it.
I have told you what it is.
No, you haven't.
I said to Travis, I said to you, hey, tell Travis what just happened. You
You told me to do it. You told me to. You said, go do that.
I said, no, tell him what just happened.
And I lied.
And that you punched me in the fucking thing, and you
figured
in the
it
face,
out.
and you said, no, fucking, no, I didn't. What the fuck are you talking about?
See, once again, she finally admit, like, I lie. She's like, I lied. You figure it all out. No, he didn't figure it out. He saw you lie. He, like, I lie. Yeah, he didn't figure it. He saw you lie. He was there and hear you. And you're trying to, beat around the bush and make him to seem like he didn't hear what he hear and he didn't see what he see. But no, he saw what you did. Let's listen to more of Ember deception.
And I watched you lie, and then
I didn't punch you. By the way, I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you, babe. You're not punched.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You've been a lot of fights, been around a long time. I know. Yeah,
no, when you fucking have a closed fist.
You didn't get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch.
You see, like, if a lot of people don't notice that she said, like, she kind of mumbled, like, I've been on a lot of points, I'm trying to tell me what to do. So she literally admit that she been around and she been into a lot of fights. So Johnny can't really tell her when she's like whipping ass. Showing so many words, she tried to mumble it though, instead of just coming out saying, yeah, I've been in a lot of fights. So you can't tell me, when I'm whipping ass. I know when I'm whipping ass, but I am whipping you. But she tried, oh yeah, I know, she tried to mumble that. But some people, if you listen to that, yeah, she trying to, yeah, we know you've been whipping Whitney and a lot of your friends that you've been fighting. This is not just yesterday. Let's listen to more of Amber deception.
You. I did not fucking deck you. I fucking was hitting you.
You can't
I don't know what
me.
the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
How are your toes?
What am I supposed to do? Do this?
How are your toes?
I'm not sitting here bitching about it, am I? You are.
Oh,
that's the difference between me and you. You're a fucking baby.
Because you start physical fights?
You see, Johnny is such a sweetheart. Like, oh my God, this man is such a swagoo. Like, once again, he's like, trying to tell her, like, because I guess her feet, like, get catch in the door. And Johnny's like, "Oh, how's your toes? Your poor toes." Like he's such a sweet guy. He's still worrying about if her toes is okay, even after everything she's putting him through. He's like, "Your poor toes." Like he feels so bad because she said the door kind of catch her toes, and he feels so bad. Like he is always concerned about her, and she never seems to give a damn about him and all the craziness and the abuse she's putting him through. It's like, oh my God, it's so sad. Let's listen to more of Amber Deception.
Baby,
Because
grow
you
the fuck
because
up,
you start
Johnny.
physical fights.
I did start a physical
Yeah,
fight.
you did. So get the
Because,
fuck out of there.
yes, you did. So you did the right thing, the big thing. You know what? You are admirable. Every single time. What's your excuse? When there's not a physical fight, then what's the excuse there? You're still being admirable, right? Just by
You see, once again, now she's like, "Oh, what's the? You're such a baby, Johnny." And it's like, you're the bigger man, and you always. And she's like, "What's the excuse?" Once again, she's trying to say sometimes she want to get, argumentative, and then want to get into crazy argument, but she's trying to say sometimes she don't want to. Say it's like she's trying to say sometimes she don't get physical, but she want to get in crazy arguments, and Johnny don't want to be in crazy arguments. So he will leave the house or go to a next room or go rent a hotel just to get away from it. But she still, let's listen to more of Amber Deception.
running away. And you can sit here and call me names. You call the name, and what do? That's the last insult. You're a baby. You're a hypocrite. You don't do anything that you actually do. You expect from people what you can't give them.
But this seems to be the day following the incident I covered in this video, in which Amber admitted in her 2016 deposition to pushing her way into the bathroom where Johnny was hiding from her, and in his attempts to keep her out, the door scraped her
Mhm,
toes, and when he leaned down to
mhm.
check, she kicked the door into his head and punched him in the face. And holy cow, the admissions here. Amber claims she could never even question Johnny without him flying off the handle and beating her while she remained helpless, and here she's mocking him, calling him admirable.
See, and that's the thing. Like, Amber is being violent with Johnny and beating on him, and he's trying to, tell her, "You need to stop, and we need to get in a better place because I love you, and the stuff you're doing is 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 driving us in a bad place." Like Johnny, in so many words, Johnny's like, "I saw my father went through this, and I love you enough to try to make it work. Need to be able to have normal conversation." And once again, even with that situation with the bathroom, he still feel bad that she said her feet got caught under the door, and he feels so bad that Johnny's like, "Your poor toes," and she kicked the door in his head and I guess and thumped him, which is just crazy. And he's still, she should be feeling bad what she did to him, but Johnny's the one that feel bad worrying about her toes. It's really sad. This let's listen to more of Amber Deception.
For running away from the fight all the time, calling him a hypocrite and a baby, while he still remains the rational voice in the room. And I remember so many people telling me and saying, "You don't know what goes on behind closed doors." Well, anyway, we rejoin them with Amber giving Johnny a Xanax, which I'm assuming is to perhaps make him more agreeable, but I don't know.
What are you doing with this?
I'm giving you a Xanax in case you need it.
Oh, thank you.
Seems like it's worn off.
Yeah, it probably has.
But I haven't even been able to have like a fight with you beyond in any real.
See, you hear this once again. She's like, "I haven't even been able to have a fight with you." See, she's trying to get into fight with Johnny. And once again, he be leaving, and she's like, literally, like, "Man, I haven't been able to get in a fight with you for a while, like, cause you keep leaving the house, or you keep not want to stand here and fight with me." Let's listen to more of Amber Deception.
Talking kind of speaking context in so long because anytime anything goes, you split. I feel like it's your first thing. And it's unnecessary. It's not always you're splitting because there's blows or because there's yelling or anything. You split most times when I'm still speaking in this volume and nothing has been thrown or hit or anything. No, I can change certain things that are hurting you. But I know I can't blame myself entirely for going straight to the fucking finish line, the first sign of stress yesterday.
Then she's like, I know I could change, can't help myself to go. Because once again, she's always getting angry, and then she want to get violent, and she want to create this chaotic environment. She strive in chaotic environment, and Johnny is more of an introvert. He's more trying to be laid back. He's like, when he's on the acting set, he could do his job at a great pace. If he's going on stage to sing, he could do that. But when he's at home, you want to relax. You want to just be at peace. You already have enough craziness that he got to go through with security and just getting around. And when he's at home, he just want to relax and have people around him that actually love him and cares about him. But let's deal with this vermin and this succubus, and let's listen to more of this succubus deception.
Because of how it's been lately. Like since Australia. And I've been on the road with you. I haven't been working. I don't know what else I could fucking do.
Since Australia, we've been on our honeymoon and we had a great time, other than the fact that we had a fight in the train, which was physical.
Yeah.
But then we had a fight in San Francisco. But I thought everything else was great. You're saying you've been pondering this since Australia.
No, the splitting.
Me splitting.
Like the lack of, I even said this in Australia. I said I feel like it was so good for so long. We'd talk about things. Remember we were allowed to have fights then. Remember we allowed ourselves to say, hey, you did this or you took. Remember we would even have a little argument and it was okay. It was an argument. I don't know what the fuck has changed. I can't figure it out.
Wow, this woman is really chaotic. This woman get excited. Remember when we used to argue and we used to argue with me and like when I don't know what has changed. Like she's literally Johnny's trying to tell her this is not good for a relationship. This argumentative thing is not what it is. You getting mad and getting violent and coming up with these outrage is not good for a relationship. But she don't want to hear it. She want Johnny to fight her, and she want Johnny to argue with her, and she in this chaotic environment. Let's listen to more of this vermin deception.
And I don't mean to criticize anything that you do, but it's so chronic with you, the changes in the personality. It's like sometimes you get these clear months and you're this different person and it's wonderful, you're this, and then sometimes I'm like struggling to stay connected with you, struggling to have 5 minutes with you, struggling to connect with you, struggling to have my friendship with you, and I can't fight with you. It's like, but they're so chronic that I have to go, what the fuck has changed? What thing has changed? Do you not remember how different? You were so different. You allowed me to.
I allowed you to what?
And you were so present, and we were allowed to fight. We were not even fight. We had arguments. I mean, you've given me this time here on the couch, and it's amazing that we can.
See, like she's like, you're so different. You allow me to fight, and see, like Johnny's like no, because I feel like Johnny start you know getting flashback to the struggles that he saw his father and his mom trying to lash out, and the stuff that he went through till he literally gave up and left the house when Johnny was 16 years old. And I think Johnny's trying to prevent that. Johnny's saying this is not healthy. We shouldn't be doing this. We are better than this. That's what Johnny is trying to get this vermin to understand. But she is she is driven by chaotic deception, disgrace. She is she strive for everything chaotic, and Johnny's trying to get her to a better place. Let's listen to more of this deception.
Actually talk, but I never feel that safe. I constantly feel like you're about to fucking split, and I don't want to feel like that. You made me feel meaningless.
You threw me out of the room.
Yeah, why wouldn't I if I know that you're about to split? I mean, that's what I'm saying. You always
about to split.
You always split, so that's why wouldn't I mean? I do blame myself for my actions.
I was
yesterday,
laying in
but
bed
I also
watching
don't
television, man. I
I
was laying in bed watching television.
I fucked up last night. I'm not going to defend myself, but I also can't blame like me going to the finish line, and that's always where you drive it.
Translation: I hit you because you make me do it. I'm not going to defend myself for hitting you again, but when I do, I'll say it's your fault for making me so angry.
You know.
But you're saying you thought you were sure I was gonna split. But
Always. I mean, that's just.
why would I split if I'm laying in the bed?
See, here's Johnny laying in bed just enjoying himself. A grown ass man just trying to relax and watch TV, but she can't have that. She gotta attack him, and once again, she's trying to. No, she's trying to. No, she's trying to finalize why exactly she attacked him. I attack you because I feel like you was gonna split. And Johnny's like, why am I gonna leave? I was watching TV. I was relaxing. But once again, she just figured in her head she was about to start an argument with him and he was gonna go because she was not gonna keep laying there and have her keep getting into a crazy argument. So she's like, oh, you was gonna split. Yeah, he probably would leave if he's relaxing watching TV and you come out of nowhere trying to start an argument with a guy that just trying to relax and watch some TV. Let's listen to more of this succubus deception.
With you watching television.
Anytime I tell you that I'm unhappy with anything, and it's typically the same thing. Anytime my voice and complaint, I'm not allowed to have a complaint. I'm not allowed to think of anyone. I've told you this 1,000 times. 1,000 times I've said this to you in calm and in fights. Baby, I don't feel like I'm allowed to just have a complaint, and you aren't allowing me the luxury of us just being normal human couples. Like, as soon as you get mad, you take off on a train. It's something because it's not. It's chemical. It's strong. It's one day you were different.
It's the same.
And it hasn't been back.
It's the same changes that are happening in you.
See, and if you notice in this conversation, you're not hearing Ember said, "Oh, you're so different. You got on drugs and you start beating me. You start drinking and you start beating me." Usually, this is a time when somebody is being abused. That usually they would tell you, "Oh, we're getting into argument because you're beating on me. Every time you drink, you start beating me up. Every time you thump me in my eyes. Every time you grab me and you beat on me." You haven't heard her said Johnny getting mad and beating on her at all. But she's trying to tell the world, billions of people, that Johnny, but here we is listening to this conversation, and she's mad at Johnny because he's not there arguing with her. He don't want to get in fights with her. And you're not hearing her saying, oh, you get mad and abuse me. Not once. Zero. Not once you hear her saying, Johnny get mad and abuse her, or when Johnny drink, Johnny abuse her. And once again, you hear her said, "Oh, you got so different. You used to stay and you wouldn't mind when I argue and start an argument. You used to stay here more and take that from me, but now you're running away. You don't want to get into this fight with me. You don't want to argue with me." And you're not hearing her say anything about, "Oh, Johnny, when you take these drugs and you start beating on me." And you get different when you get on these drugs. Usually, somebody that being abused, sorry, you would hear her talking about how violent he get when he drank, or how violent he get when no, she's just worrying about that Johnny don't want to stay and fight with her. Her biggest deal is Johnny don't want to stay home and get into arguments with her, and Johnny don't want to argue with her, and Johnny don't want to, Johnny always want to get out of it before she get crazy. That's her biggest deal. And once again, she's not scared of Johnny at all, because Johnny is a loving guy, and Johnny just want peace. Let's listen to this vermin with her deception.
You. It's exactly the same.
And with
Huh?
I really wish that was the case.
That is the case.
I have always allowed you to fuck up and be a human. I've always been able to have a communication with you. The difference is you make it so we cannot even communicate at all if it's anything negative. You go, you take off on a train, you don't get off. You don't come back around. You don't honor when you say, I just want a few minutes or I want a little time, but I'll be back. You don't assuage the anxiety and the stress that gives me and makes things worse with me by saying, hey, we will, remember Keeper was like, you have to say, I will be back in this amount of time, more or less, and then actually honor it. You have to come back. So I said, oh my God, if he could do that, that would be great. And you never do it.
See, once again, she have abandonment syndromes. For some reason, if somebody leave, even though a rational person should know that person is coming back, with her, she take that extremely like in a bad way. Cause the person went to go cool down. The person don't want to get in a fight. She have abandonment issues. But as far as I heard, she had a hard childhood. But as far as I heard, that her parents was always there. It's not like her real parents run off. So she have this syndrome of feeling like people that love her is gonna abandon, is gonna disappear and abandon her and just leave her like in the desert. But as far as I know, as much craziness she put her sister through, she's always there to have her back. Her mom, her mom, her dad was always there, whether it was a broken home or whatever. They was always there. So, but she suffered from this abandonment issue. So I'm not sure where she get that from, but she got it in her mind and with her evil ways. Let's listen to more of her deception.
You don't ever honor that. You leave me with way more anxiety, stress, anger, and resentment. But in Australia, for a few months, you were so.
So were you. It makes a difference. I
I
wasn't being attacked.
I'm not. I'm not. I have not attacked you any different. I haven't.
You see, Johnny is telling her, yeah. Johnny's saying, yes, you get. You see, Johnny's telling her, yes, you get the sweet guy when you don't go all crazy. I want to be cool and I want to stay here with you and I want to just enjoy a good life. But you just go off in these tirades and these rants, and then the rants turn into violence. And I'm trying to prevent that for you not getting there. Johnny's keep trying to tell her in so many different ways. Let's listen to this Scarlet Witch deception.
Changed. I've not attacked you any different. I never attacked you. I never attack you. Just because I have a complaint with something you did is not an attack.
It becomes
baby.
verbally insulting. It becomes
At
all
what
kinds of
point?
shit. It becomes like right at the get-go, yeah.
See, that's the problem. If you see any criticism as a verbal assault, of course we have this problem. We're gonna have it next time you do. God forbid I have a problem with something you do. We're gonna be in this situation.
Say it
Are you ready
nice.
for it?
Say it nice, man.
What if I'm hurt?
You see, once again, Johnny's saying like, hey, we could have conversation. If you do something, you could be like, hey, like Johnny, like I didn't like that, Stacy called and you didn't tell her all the great stuff I did. Are you, even if you said you didn't tell her all the great fucking stuff that I did, but at least you could say it away. That's why Johnny's like, yo, you could talk to me. You could talk to me as your loving husband with respect. And, you don't have to be violent. We're better than that. But she's like, no, Johnny, I want to get all crazy. You're dealing with a crazy bitch. So let's listen to this vermin. deception.
hurt? Am I not allowed to be hurt and be human? That's the thing. You're not allowing me to be human. You take my humanity
You're
from me.
talking
You're
about.
telling me I'm not allowed to feel
You're
things and
talking.
I'm not allowed to react because to protect you.
Last night happened because I was at Isaac's for too long. Next door.
It happened because we could not
And for
communicate.
what? For what? What did we gain from this fight? From
See, now she literally get into a fight with Johnny last night that you're talking about, and Johnny's like, "Yo, you I went next door to spend time with Isaac and watch movies or whatever, maybe boy talk, whatever the case is." And she's like, once again, she's saying some stuff low. Then she's like, "Oh, it's not okay, no communication." No, she's trying to say she did what she did because he didn't communicate to her the way that she think that he was supposed to communicate to her. Let's listen to this vermin.
me just, the horrible fucking act of me being over at Isaac's for just too
I did
long for
not
you.
cause this because you were at Isaac's. You lie to yourself. Go ahead. You're just lying to
Then
yourself.
why were you upset last night?
This did not happen because of Isaac's. This happened because we're fighting. This is not about Isaac's. We actually haven't really even talked about that. We spent 2 seconds on it because it's not about that.
And then once again, she have this little ways of saying this happened because we were fighting. No, you came in, you're mad because I was spending time with Isaac, and then you want to hit me and get violent, and then you want to say we're fighting. No, you're fighting me. I wasn't trying to fight you. I just came from a friend next door and came in hoping a loving wife would be waiting for me to, probably give me a massage and, ask me how my day is going and maybe ask me if is Isaac okay. But no, you want to argue and get into a verbal argument and then turn it physical. And that's not what I want to come home to in so many words. Let's listen to this Amber deception.
No, it's bigger than that. The point is, I voiced a complaint. It could be anything. You could say, baby, you did something to hurt me. Which you did, and you admitted.
Why didn't you say that?
You admitted that you would feel that way too, and
Yes.
you said sorry for it. That would have been great, but I could not feel safe saying that to you because I knew that your reaction would very likely be a defensive explosion and an attack and freak out and get up and walk away and all this stuff. So I wanted to avoid it. So I took an Ambien to try and go to sleep without even having to speak to you about it because I was really hurt that you fucking left me stranded and you didn't think about.
See, once again, she come back to this conversation. I was fucking hurt because you left me stranded. Once again, every time if Johnny go anywhere, Johnny left her stranded, and I'm hurt. So every time Johnny go to see friends or if Johnny go to cool down anywhere, you left me stranded and I'm hurt. So every time Johnny's not there, she's hurt. Cause Johnny gotta be around her 24/7. I guess to let her feel better. He cannot go nowhere cause then she feels stranded and she's hurt. Let's listen to more of this deception.
About me. You didn't text me. All the things that you apologized for. You already apologized for it. Can you do me one small favor and not take it back?
I ain't taking it back.
Stop defending it, please. You already apologized for it. It meant a lot to me. Do me one favor today. Don't take that back. This isn't about Isaac. We know it. This isn't about Isaac. We know it. It is about us not allowing.
Is it about me showering?
No, it's about you not allowing me to have any problems with you or be upset at you or mad at you or even hurt by you at all. You do not allow it.
If you could have just said in a kinder way, a nicer way, like, listen, I feel fucked over by what you fucking just did.
You wouldn't freak out.
No, I would say fucking, what is it? Like what? And fucking too long at Isaac's. You said you wouldn't be that long or whatever. You shouldn't. I feel stranded.
You see, right here, she really got so mad that he went next door and chill with this guy. And she's like, "Oh, I feel abandoned and I feel stranded and you hurt me." So she literally take that and make into a really big fight that she attacked Johnny over it and saying it's your fault. So she blamed Johnny just because he went next door to go see this person. And she blamed that and she tried to make Johnny feel bad that, oh, I feel hurt, I feel stranded because you spend too long over by Isaac. You should have been back like 10 minutes ago. You should have been back 15 minutes ago. She wanted to let him feel like he's a little kid. She still don't want to. This man is a grown man that have plenty of responsibility, plenty of family to take care of you and your family and friends, but you still want to treat him like and he got to run to you and he can't go nowhere like he's not the man of his house. It's really sad. Let's listen to this vermin with her deception.
I felt fucking left, whatever. What am I gonna fight with that? Why would I get mad at that?
Oh my God, the first thing you do is I don't have to text you and all. I mean, you just it would be shitty. It would be a fight. It would be terrible. It would not be.
It was a fight.
Yeah, it was.
It was a fight. And it shouldn't have been. And so then the Isaac thing was the impetus because you were that was.
And as you see with Johnny, most of the time, Johnny don't even want to keep saying, you hit me. Like he'll say it certain places. Like just now when he's talking about the fight, he could literally say it again. Like I came back, you jump in me, you get mad, and you hit me because I was spending time with Isaac and saying you feel abandoned. Most of the time, he actually still feel a way of saying that she is hitting on him. And, you know, most of the time he try to not say it. So like he's going through it. Let's listen to this vermin with her deception.
A lot of what you said today was
It was the impetus, but it's just a small example of a bigger thing. You know it's bigger.
Oh, so it's the bigger thing. It's coming from back in Australia.
No, it's like Australia. We were allowed to fight. You can't sit here and tell me I can't feel things and I can't voice them to you. If we say to each other, you can't get mad and you can't be hurt by the other, then we're living in a fucking motherfucking fairy tale.
Look, then of course, nobody is able to and shouldn't hold shit in. But we can go to the other person and say, look, man, I feel fucked. I feel shit. I feel this. I feel that. And then we can assess how you feel. Well, fuck, I guess, oh shit, I see what you mean. I see what you mean, I get it. Or, fucking, I don't understand what you're saying, and you're wrong, and you're whatever.
But it's going to be the latter, and it's been the latter.
You see, Johnny's just telling her we could have a conversation. We could have a conversation if whatever the problem is, we could work on it. And we don't have to get in a fight to solve things. In so many words, Johnny's like, we don't gotta we shouldn't gotta get physical. You shouldn't gotta get physical with me to think that that's gonna let me listen to you or that's gonna want me to stay home. It's not. It's gonna want me to stay away from you. If you could have more regular conversation, we will come up with more salvation and solve problems. And that's what she's not seeing because she's wanna drive in chaos. This woman is narcissistic and delusional in so many ways. Let's listen to this vermin.
For months now, where that's your reaction, is not ever admitting wrong, ever doing anything wrong, ever admitting it. You always go straight to you're wrong, fuck you kind of thing. You don't say fuck you all the time right away, but I'm saying
always.
Like for months now, it's been I can't voice any complaint. I can't say I feel fucked over. I can't say I'm hurt. I can't say you fucked up. I can't be mad at you. I can't be hurt. Nothing. Because I'm the bad guy. Oh, well, I'm always fucking up, and, like, you're always on me, and I'm always fucking up, and, like, getting mad at me for being honest with you. We've had a million fights. I'm like, I was honest with you. I told you how I felt. If you were me, wouldn't you feel bad? Yeah. Okay, well, then, the fuck?
See, most of the time she say all of these stuff, and once again, because Johnny actually loved her, Johnny is like, oh, if you really feel because I go to see my family or go to see my kids, whatever, and you feel abandoned and you feel sad, then Johnny be like, yeah, I'm sorry you feel that way. So Johnny be feeling bad that by him handling business, she be like saying she feel away when he go out to do whatever, he don't want to get into argument. So once again, because he actually love her, he actually feel bad, and she try to play on that. Let's listen to this deception.
We had these few months where we actually could feel things and fight, and it was argument. Even if I'm hurt, I'm still trying to do that because I see the bigger picture. You lose the bigger picture every time. And if you want to stay married to me, you need to figure out if you think you can. If you're going to lose sight of the bigger picture and only be my husband when it's easy, you're only going to be there for the ups, never the downs. You're only going to be there for health, not sickness. Every time it gets hard, you lose the big picture and you can't think about anything else but breaking up.
Once again, she's trying to manipulate Johnny, talk about the ups, not the downs. Johnny don't mind being there for you. If you was sick and anything was happening to you, he would be there by your bedside every day. He would try to come to see you. He probably would put off some movies. He would he would be there. It's not like you're going through something and you're sick and he's just running away because you're sick and you're there. You have a fever. You're going through something. Cold sweat is washing you. And John, no, he would be there. That would be something serious. He would be there. You're trying to use these words that's not matching the action. He's not trying to be there and fight with you and have you get physical. But if you was sick, he would be there for you. He wouldn't be running away because that would have nothing with you being violent. That would just be you laying down sick in bed, probably need some soup, trying to, and he's there trying to, bring you back to health and just taking care of you. Let's listen to this deception.
Divorce, fighting, splitting, running away. If you can't be the one to come around sometimes and see the bigger picture and know that it's not worth fighting for days, if you can't do that too, we need to walk away. I don't want to walk away. I don't want to end this.
But do you not think you'd instigate the same thing?
I'm not talking about instigating, I'm talking about ending.
But ending, you don't...
I'm talking about ending.
Yeah, but you don't always do that.
You're never the one coming to me and saying, let's not fight anymore. You're never the one saying, come, just get into bed, let's not go to bed mad like that. On the plane, it was me. In Toronto, it was me. It's always me.
On the plane here from Rio,
You don't admit it.
you were
Think
losing your marbles.
Think about it.
I'm the one who came to you and said, let's calm down, please calm down. And you were blaming me.
Think about it.
Because your flight was going to get in late and you wouldn't be able to
Think about it.
have time before your thing.
Judging from their trip to Rio in September of 2015, this could have been around the time Amber was auditioning for the role of Mira in the movie Aquaman, a role she would be confirmed to get in early 2016. And it makes sense that if she lost her marbles and beat up Johnny on the plane, that she could have been freaking out over maybe perhaps missing the audition or something, but who knows.
You ditched me last night, and I understand. I understand how shitty that got, and I understand my part in it. I need to know what we need to do different. I need to know.
It's got to be done with your mind and your heart.
What do we do different if I have a problem? You
Tell
need
me.
to tell me how to tell you different
me.
if I'm hurting you. You need to let me be able to be mad. Sometimes you're going to make me mad. I'm a human. I cannot live where it's like...
Well, then it's the same thing goes for me then. You're going to have to allow me to get mad.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
I
but
did
I get
something that makes
mad
you
and then you
mad.
start fucking yelling.
I don't have to start yelling. I think I start yelling once it gets fucking heightened. I've gotten a lot better about that. It's just only, I only
No,
start
no.
yelling when it's fucking hour 11 and we're really in it.
You haven't gotten better about that. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had 3 physical fights in the last month and a half, 2
I'm
months.
sorry about the yelling.
See, Johnny start keeping count. Like, oh, you got into 3 physical fight with me. You beat on me 3 times this month in 1 month. Like, it's getting worse. Johnny is like, you're not getting better. These fights is not healthy. It's not helping the marriage. It's not helping the love life. So she's like trying to downplay a lot of what she's doing, and Johnny's trying to say, this is not it. Let's listen to this Vernon.
Let's both pay attention to how we talk to each other,
Um,
to respect each other.
we're not gonna do that all the time. Sometimes we're gonna be shitty or
Of
whatever.
course not.
But we make a promise to each other about the rings and the divorce.
No rings, no divorce.
We promise each other.
And
Please, I want so bad to feel like the marriage I
I promise you.
worked so hard to make happen is like meaningful.
Wait.
Hmm.
The marriage I worked so hard to make happen?
Hmm.
Okay, carry on.
Don't talk about making the wedding happen. Talk about the 4 years we've spent together, please.
Yes, but I want to make. I have those 4 years no matter what. But I fought for that wedding, and we had that wedding, a beautiful wedding. For what? If we don't, I want to like it means something that there's some.
Yeah. It did mean something, and it does mean something. And I didn't get married to you to fucking... Just fucking, 17 more fights and it's fucking over with. We got married, I knew the fucking fights weren't gonna stop, but I thought maybe it would curb them a little.
You see, here Johnny is saying, she's been acting out, but Johnny's like, Johnny still love her. And Johnny's like, okay, I think by time she's my wife, she will get better. In his mind, he figure if she's his wife, she will start being more calmer. Like, okay, he's not going anywhere. He married me. He chose me. So Johnny think like I'm getting married. Johnny feel like he getting married would make her better. Like she would start feeling more love for whatever the reason. So Johnny knows she was acting out before they get married, but Johnny feel like with the marriage she would get better in so many words. Let's listen to this vermin with her deception.
I want the security back. I freak out. I freak out and cannot make normal decisions, calm decisions, or ones from the heart where I'm thinking of you more than me when I feel like you're splitting on me all the time, when the marriage is on the rock. I make the same mistake about throwing our marriage around. I won't do it again. I'm not going to do it again. Okay?
Please.
I'm not, I promise. But
See, once again, here she's telling Johnny, I'm making mistake by, not taking her marriage as serious as I should. And here she's telling Johnny, I'm not going to do it again. I'm the one that making the marriage and put in strangles on the marriage and, not doing right by the marriage that and being the wife that you deserve in so many words. And this is what she's telling Johnny. And I'm sure Johnny's like, oh, wow, trying to take her word for it that she's actually going to be a better person. But let's listen to this vermin with her deception.
there's something so anxiety proofing and scary and malicious and really just turns everything over when you split all the time. Please, if you really don't want to fight and you're not just trying to hurt me, which sometimes it is that, if you really, really, if you really love me and you do care about this, please find a good way to do it one that's respectful. You can tell me that you are. I need to know that we will be able to talk about it, because the problem I have is when we don't communicate. It comes into me, builds up in me, and becomes cancer in me. It got worse every day when we were back from Toronto. It got worse every single day. Not better, worse. Until we spoke about it. Until Whitney's birthday and we talked about it. Then it was okay, but I don't want to resent you.
I don't want to resent you. I don't want to not trust.
You know how many times I've chased you out of the elevator in the hall? I gotta stop doing that. I'm not nitpicking. I don't mean to be focusing on something, but if it's a major thing to me, and it is a major...
If things get physical, we have to separate.
No,
we have to be apart from one another. Whether it's for fucking an hour or 10 hours or fucking a day. We must. There can be no physical violence.
I can't promise you that I'll be perfect. I can't promise you I won't get physical again. God.
You see, this is the thing. This is the vermin that mainstream media want you to believe that this is a peaceful woman. Mainstream media want you to believe this is a peaceful woman. This is a woman that's scared of her husband, that can't speak, that don't have any voice in her house, that can't go anywhere, that can't do anything, because her husband is Mike Tyson. And her husband is beating the hell out of her every single night. This man is scary. This man is strong. This man is this man is spooky from the block. You know, you see him in the movie and he look peaceful with the movie star looks, the movie star smile, but behind closed door, Johnny is spooky from the block, and Johnny will slap a bitch. Johnny will choke a bitch. Johnny will, wail on a bitch. A bitch can't even talk in Johnny house. That's what this vermin wants you to really believe. That's who Johnny is. Johnny is spooky from the block. Johnny loves the fight. Johnny don't run away from the fight. Johnny is the fight. That is what mainstream media want you to believe. Johnny is a violent man. And Amber is just this princess that never done anything wrong. Let's listen to this Scarlet Witch.
I fucking get so mad I lose it.
You can't promise you won't get physical again because you get so mad you lose it. Alright?
I can fucking promise you I'm gonna do everything to change. You didn't even come home last night. I feel like I have nothing to cling on to. There's a semblance of marriage or commitment or stability. I mean, if I can just get up and walk away and spend the night somewhere else.
You obviously can.
Yeah, but believe it's done if I do that. That's it's not marriage.
We talked about it. You know why I left.
I do know why you left.
I'm saying now that I won't do the same thing. I mean, that will not do that. I will not fucking leave until some rational decision is made. If it's the end, it's the end. If it's the fucking, if we can keep going, we'll keep going. But yeah, promise. I promise you. Promise you. I hope you can trust me.
Johnny loved this woman too much. Like he deserves so much better, but he loved this woman too much. He's blind in his love for, even after everything she put him through. Like he actually wanted to work. To work. And even though she badmouthed him, even though she wanted to work, that this Scarlet, Harpy, bamboozle, deception. Let's listen to this.
I don't want any loopholes, any, oh, it's okay to leave, it's acceptable to do this, or it's acceptable to say this about like splitting or breaking up or leaving. That's our, we should fall asleep together every night. Ideally, never mad. Ideally, never mad. I'd love to say
Of course.
you could promise that, but I don't know if it's possible. I'd love to strive for it.
Yeah, you weren't ready for that last night, for sure.
No, I fucked up last night. I'm really sorry. And it's affecting not just me, it's affecting our marriage. It's affecting how I trust, how I resent you, how I like you without the fight being happening.
No, I know, but when
I'm not trying to rub your nose in that. I feel sometimes like you omit something, you acknowledge it, it'll be beautiful, and then you'll go back on it, kind of in your in the vocabulary after.
See, once again, she's like trying to um make excuse for why she get violent, why she act the way she act, and then she's like saying she liked them. Like where's the love? That's the problem. Johnny loved you, and you like him, but you love the lifestyle that he afford you. You love the stuff that he do for you and your family and your friends with the money that he had. So you love the lifestyle, but you don't love him. You love the lifestyle he afford you. But Johnny actually loves you with all of your problems, with all of the stuff you put him through. He still have faith that, hey, this girl could get better. This girl could change for me for the better, to be the woman that I think she should be. But let's listen to the Scarlet.
And then I feel like, wait a second, is he taking it back? You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but like I said before, man, there's not. I don't have I haven't cornered the market on that. When you start the fucking yelling, there's, you know, it fucking gets crazy. It gets fucking crazy. And that makes me not feel, uh, for lack of a better word, safe within the relationship. Understanding of, oh well, it's just nothing. Because if it keeps going, if it's always sort of there, then I worry. Yeah, I fucking worry about the marriage. I worry, how much longer can I deal with this? How much longer can she deal with this? Fuck, man. So I've had the same trust issues. I've had the same disappointments. I've had the same, you know, maybe not to the degree you have. I'm assuming so, but yeah, man, when you start fucking honking, you know what I mean? It's
Help me.
it's
Call
pretty.
me,
It's
call it out. Call
pretty.
me out on it and help me.
I will try.
Help me, because I might not even realize I'm doing it, but you've got to help me.
I
But
will try.
it can't be an excuse to leave.
Wow, there's a lot to digest there. So she's telling him to help her by pointing out when she gets crazy and violent because she may not even realize she's doing it. Now, what does that sound like? Kind of like when she accused Johnny of abusing her without even knowing it? Well, what do you know? And I've read that it's very common for abusers to project their own behavior onto their victims.
I will try to help you. If I try to help you and I can help you, fuck would I leave? If I try to help you and I can't help you, say, baby, I'm taking an hour. I'm in my fucking office.
It's yes. Yes.
If you want to talk, you want to come get me. Otherwise, I'll come check on you in an hour.
That that would be really helpful.
All right?
And I promise you, I'll leave you alone for that hour. I promise you, I'm not gonna freak out.
I just want you to have your time to be able to calm down, or my time to be able to calm down.
But it really helps if you give it time. If it's not just
Say an
even
hour.
if you just say it will, in like I promise it will resume this. I just need to know that we will talk about it. Otherwise, I'm dealing with cancer. I'm dealing with something that just festers and gets worse and worse. So you have to realize that in that kind of situation, a few minutes is fine, but then after a certain point, it becomes way worse, and I become way harder to reason, to rationalize with. I become that Kipper can tell you. He says he's the same way. That's how I work.
This this woman have mental issue. Like just listening to her, she got a lot of problems, and I think this have been long enough. So it's like an hour and 22 minutes. Like just wanted to make this, and yeah, the deception, man. I want mainstream media to address any of these videos that the punishment that Johnny been through, and the nice guy that he stayed throughout the whole time. Such a loving guy, and to get his name dragged and lose so much jobs and everything, and to wait so long for 6 years, and to once again for giving this girl the 7 million, and then she still knowing what she did to him and knowing how much he tried. Just imagine knowing how much somebody tried to make it work and was showing you love when you never loved them. And now they divorce you, you come up with this heinous plan, then you you start a smear campaign that you went to the Sons and you sent his name, and then he sued the Sun for defamation, and you went there to testify, and the Sun be off to try to say he is an abusive person, which he's not. And one of the main reasons the divorce even is because he was trying to get you to stop with these violent outbursts, and he wanted you to be a better person. It's really sad, man. Um, let's put a let's send a blessing out to Johnny and his family. Let's send everybody that's listening. Thank you for everybody that's going to tune in on the back end, share it live. Lever, let me know what you feel about what I said, what I break down the video. Let me know what you feel about this situation. Let me know what you think about social media not trying to address any of this that Johnny Depp been through, and everything, all this proof that's out there. And thank you for everybody that's gonna hear this on the rerun or night or day that you listen to this. Follow me, follow Incredible Average, follow DY Guy, follow Nate, follow James, follow all the real independent developers that's out there. Follow my man Andy from Popcorn Planet that's out there doing their thing, like real journalists that actually cover true. And let us, it's 2022, man. Let's see if we could get more of these independent media popping that's covering stuff for the real people that actually want some real stuff that going on. So I want to thank everybody to just being here and listening to all this good stuff. And it was great to just have everything. And congratulations to Johnny Victory. And I'm gonna cover more, and I'm gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna post more video. I am gonna cover some video on the trial as well. God, it's just been so much. Thank you. Bright and early.